Hi, my friends. How's everyone? So, I had a dream before I got up this morning, and it's what woke me up actually. And for a while, I was thinking to myself, what the hell was that all about? And I felt compelled to share this, which is something I don't normally do because this is something that happened to me in the past. I remember having similar dreams to this one more than once at certain parts of my life in the past. So I was in this city, town, whatever this place was, and it's the weird thing about the dream is that there was a person in this dream, someone who I don't even know what happened to this person because it's not even a person that I had any sort of like friendship or relationship with. It's just someone that I have worked with like 23, 24, 25 years ago, which is crazy. And I don't know why this person was in the dream. And yeah, that was one of the bizarre things about it. But we're in the city, this town, whatever this place is, and it's a big, wide street, like a four-way street type of place, and buildings everywhere, stuff everywhere, and all of the sudden, I hear this commotion, and as I hear the commotion, everyone is running for their lives, and this thing happens so fast that as soon as you see what's coming, everyone is running. And this is what it was about. It was a freaking tsunami. Now, this thing was so big that it was like having multiple stages of like waves collapsing one on top of the other, and it was going on a like half moon sort of like direction. So it was encompassing this huge chunk of this area. So the water was just coming and it was just washing everything away on its path. Everything. And I'm just running for my life. And it's just taking everyone and everything. And, but I'm running. It's not getting me. And then I get to a point where there was this guy. He was a big guy. He was pretty strong too. And he was holding a little kid. He was holding a little kid with him. And then as I'm going by him, he tries to grab me and hold me down there too. And I'm looking at him like, well, and I'm like, what is your problem? If you want to stay here and drown, feel free to do it, but I'm not staying here, man. And he's like, no, no, it's gonna be okay. You're safe. I said, no, no, I'm not. You do you, man. So I pushed him away and I just kept going, trying to climb to higher, terrain and on top of like there was a big building that you could climb on top of it because of how it was designed, and I was going on that. And then as the wave is coming and collapsing, I ended up waking up. So I didn't get washed away. Um, but I've had dreams in the past where I've been in tsunamis before, where everything gets washed away, but I survive because I hold on to something that's floating and I just stay there. And it's happened to me in the past. So every time something like this happens, that I dream about something like this, I always make it somehow. I never drown. And if you guys curious about what this means, you can Google it. There's plenty of different interpretations of what it can mean. For me, I know exactly what it means. I know what my interpretation is, and I know that this just served to confirm to me that the decisions that I'm making about my personal life right now, that I have decided, which way I am going to go with certain things. It just served to confirm to me that I am making the right decisions, and I'm not gonna change my mind on the things that I have already decided for myself, basically, which is personal stuff. It doesn't matter what it is. Um, very, very, very interesting stuff. Um, because I haven't had a dream like this in quite some time. It's been years, years. But when I have these types of dreams, you can call it a nightmare if you want. It wasn't a nightmare for me though, because it's not like I drowned and died or anything like that. Um, and it was weird too because when I saw this thing, when I saw this thing coming, my reaction was like, "Oh, here we go again," and I just took off running because I knew what was happening immediately as soon as I saw the stuff, doing what it was doing. Um, it's weird and bizarre to explain how it feels when you're being faced with something like that. Even though it's a dream, sometimes these things feel so real because the dreams that I have these days, they're very, very vivid. They feel very real to me. So as I woke up from this morning, I was like, I just kept asking myself. I was I was having this conversation with myself, and I was like, so what are you trying to tell me now? And then I as I laid down in bed, I just stayed in bed, but I stayed awake after that. I I couldn't really fall back asleep again because I was gonna have to get up anyway. And I was like, I might as well just stay awake now. So I just stayed there for a little longer before I got up and stuff. And then as soon as I got up, I looked it up on my phone, what it could mean and the different interpretations and stuff. And then I understood, what it meant for me. So yes, sometimes, when we have dreams like this, definitely they're definitely we're being definitely told something by this, inner part of ourselves, subconscious, higher self, whatever you want to call it. And we're just being given some of the answers that we're looking for sometimes that way. So being aware, being present, being honest with yourself, all these things, yeah, it matters a lot because this is how these things happen to you sometimes. That's how it happens to me anyway. Yeah, that was out of the ordinary for sure. That this happened, last night, right before I got up this morning. Right before I got up, it was the very last dream that I have. I don't even remember anything else happening prior to that, which is the weird thing. Because sometimes I don't know how it is with other people, but with me personally, when I have dreams, it's never usually just one dream and that's it, right? I usually always have multiple things happening, like in succession, one after the other. So throughout my night of sleep, I might have three, four, sometimes five different dreams all in one, but they're all separate stories, separate things, whatever they are. It's weird, you know. Yeah, who knows what it means when you have all these different things going on at the same time. But yeah, that's really all I wanted to share today. That's my little story right there. Interesting stuff. So if you guys ever have, weird dreams, I've spoken about this recently on some of my uh, last few videos and stuff. Yeah, look up what that means. Write it down. If you won't remember, if it's not something that you remember, just like I did like this, make notes, write it down, and then you can look it up later and figure out what it means for you. Because things will have different interpretations, and sometimes your interpretation might not have anything to do with any of the interpretations that are out there telling you what it may mean. That's the other thing. Use your intuition and your own discernment for things like this. I know I do. And with that said, you know, I love you all. And I will catch you on the next one. Have a good one, my friends. Bye.